Hi, I'm Blair Gilbert here for MrHardware.com and Gilbert's Pro Hardware in St. Clair Shores, Michigan. Here to do a quick, simple video of rewinding your string trimmer. It's a tool that can be either electric, which is either battery operated or powered by a cord, or it can be gas powered. And typically these are pretty easy to wind. This is an empty spool that came out of a generic string trimmer. And what they have in the bottom of it is you will notice that there's an arrow. That arrow is showing the direction that we're going to wind the line in. We're not going against the arrow, we're going with the arrow. And this is a dually. The reason we're doing this is because the double string trimmers that have a string out of both sides of the spool, they're a little harder to do, especially if you do them one at a time. So here's a quick trip from Blair at Mr. Hardware is, we take some string trimmer. This unit is a plug-in model, uses 65 line. If it was a battery operated model, it would use a thinner line, probably 50 line. And if it was a gas engine model, more powerful, it might be used 80 line. So that's just the diameter of the line. No secrets. It's always better to use the professional line because it's $2.50 for a spool of good line as opposed to $2 for cheap line. So don't bother with the cheap stuff. So what I do is I do an arm reach and I do a nose. That's about 9 feet for a guy my size. Then I duplicate it because I have to do 2 of these. So we just match them up. So now in the spool we have an arrow. We have a start point. We put both strings in the starter hole. And then here's where the easy but tedious part comes. See, now when we pull on it, notice that they stayed in those holes. The man that engineered this knew what he was doing. So now we just wind this around, taking our time to do it neat. You'll see from start to finish of this, it's not that long, and we're doing both lines at once. We're not just doing one line and then the other. It's just as easy to do 2 at once. They're feeding in. I have them dangling in the air so that they're not getting tangled on anything. As I come around and I get ready to finish up, this is easy business. You do not overfill the spool. After you do this a couple times, maybe you see your spools could stand a little more line. There, I'm all done. I'm all wound up. So now I take the string through the notch and come around the other side. We go back into the keeper. This spool is wound. When we get it to the machine, we're going to take it out of these 2 holes, feed it to the 2 holes machine, slap it in. We'll be trimming our lawn. The yard will be beautiful in no time.